that is your practice, right? So we are supporting ourselves and then recognizing that we have the ability to choose our supports and lean into our supports and utilize our supports before we act, right? Support precedes our action. Okay, so with that said, let us start. As always, we'll ground, land, raise gratitude, and set intention. So find that supported posture, whatever that looks like for you, supported seat. Feel into your feet flat on the floor, the side of your legs, perhaps, if you're seated cross-legged like I am. Feel into your sits bones, those pointy bones at the base of the hip girdle. Feel those balanced. Lengthen your spine, tuck your chin, release the back of the neck, head side to side. Feel that full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then holding the spine elongated and aligned, turn your awareness to your breath. Begin to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Follow the inhale into your body, wherever it may go in your body, without stress, strain, or exertion. Follow the exhale all the way out, exhaling out the nostrils, emptying completely, letting go of everything that is no longer needed. Holding your awareness right there, be right there at the beginning of the next inhale, following that inhale in, and that exhale out. As you settle into breath awareness, allow everything to slip away and allow yourself to just be here. And on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space a sense of gratitude. Anything that feels like gratitude to you, maybe today, just a possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises for you when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye. And then to anchor that gratitude there in your heart space and to hold it there for the duration of this practice at least. And then finally, if you choose to, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale. Or perhaps to keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop toward your grateful and intentional heart. And if you would like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do so now as I say, Namo Namaste. And then release your hands, lift your chins, take a full inhale, cleansing breath. Exhale, sigh it out. And then just gently make your way around to your mat. We're going to begin, as I said, on our mats today. So we're going to start standing today. So maybe just take your way gently to your mat. Find a standing posture. Maybe shake out your legs and your hips a little bit. Maybe rock a little bit, heel to toe. Roll your shoulders. Nod your head. Any organic movement that you need, just kind of get your little energy flowing. Break up any knots and tension and stiffness that you might have in your body here. And then come into your mountain posture, feet underneath the hips. Heels pulling toward each other's thighs firm. Lift out of the hips and waist. Lift out of the shoulders. Roll the shoulders up and down. And then release the palms forward, fingertips toward the mat. Crown is long toward the ceiling. Chin tucked slightly toward the chest. Feel the full length of your body. From the heels to the crown. From the toes to the top of the head. Breathe in here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. We're going to start with a little bioenergetic grounding. So take your feet out just wider than your hips. Turn your toes out slightly, bend your knees slightly. Bring your hands to the top of your thighs, maybe just above your knees, maybe in the middle, wherever your arms reach organically in this squat that you're in. You're just pressing lightly into the top. This is a supported posture. So you're supporting your upper torso with your arms and using your hands to press slightly down into the lower part of your legs. So as if you could push your legs, the lower part of your legs into the floor. Crown is long, chin is in alignment with the sternum. And we're just feeling that grounding in the feet. So pick up the toes, feel the inside and outside of the ball of the foot, the inside and outside of the heel, those 4 points of the foot, and then press the toes down. Feel those toes also. Feel that support here. Take a full inhale. Engage your root lock. Lift gently at the base of the spine at the pelvic bowl. Just the root lock. Engage slightly and press with your palms into your feet, towards your feet. Feeling that energetic grounding. The body is still from the torso up, from the waist up. From the waist down, you're feeling that energy going toward the earth. Exhale through the mouth, open mouth. Make a rounding and cannon breath. Inhale through the nose. Engage the root lock. Press through the arms and feet. Exhale, cannon breath. Now, adding a little complexity if you like. On the inhale, arch the lower spine a little bit. Engage the root lock. Press the lower legs toward the mat. Be still. And on the exhale, round the spine a little bit. Drop the chin toward the chest. Blow out through the cannon breath. 3 more of those, your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. Your practice. After your exhale, release your hands from your knees, straighten the legs, bring the feet back underneath the hips, lift the crown, roll the shoulders, just be still. Feel that energy flowing through the torso now. Notice the shift for you. Little energetic grounding. Notice how the feet may feel a little more in contact, maybe a little more awareness of those feet, maybe not. Just notice what you notice. All right, now take the feet wider than the shoulders slightly, turn the toes slightly out, arms out from the shoulders, palms facing forward. Simple twist movement here. As you inhale through the nostrils to the left, take the left arm out open and bring the right hand to the heart. As you exhale through the nostrils, turning the shoulder to the right, right hand out and open, left hand to the heart. Inhale left. Exhale right, in and out through the nose. Your rhythm. Gentle movement, aligning movement with breath. Find your rhythm. Maybe you're going fast. Maybe you're going slow. Your rhythm. Your pace. Your body. Your practice. Remember, in all of our work here, our aim is to be calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own body. Little gentle movement here, just feeling into this. If you have wide feet like this, maybe you can get a little opening through the torso. Maybe not. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're already here. We're just trying to feel into alignment of movement with breath. Inhaling left, exhaling right. After your next exhale, come back to center, both hands over the heart. Walk the feet back in underneath the hips. Release the arms. Take a breath. Feel into what shifted for you. Notice what shifted. Now we got one more here. Well, maybe one plus. So depending, we're going one more posture, a couple of movements in it. So now take the feet wider than your shoulders. Turn your toes in and your heels out so that the edges of your feet, the outside edges of your feet are parallel with the outside edges of your mat. All right, hands to the hips. Long through the crown on the inhale. On the exhale, hinge forward. So hinge at the hip girdle. So you feel as if you're pressing your hips toward the wall behind you. Maybe plant your hips against the wall behind you. Lengthen through the crown. Feel like you're bringing your crown of your head, the top of your head, to the wall in front of you. Place the top of your head on the wall in front of you. This is your inhale posture here. Exhale here. Find that posture. Make your micro adjustments. Feel into pressing into the outside part of the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Long through the side body. Full inhale. As you exhale, release your hands underneath your face. Release the crown of your head toward the mat. Forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Just feel into this initially. Breathe in. Lift the hips toward the ceiling and the wall behind you. Breathe out. Keep the hips lifted. Release the crown toward the mat. Find your posture. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. On your inhale, lift the crown, flat back. On your exhale, just walk your hands over toward the left foot in the direction of the left foot. Bring the forehead in the direction of the left knee. Keep the legs straight. No, not locked though. Micro bend in the knees. And once you find your edge, feel that opening in the right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. On the exhale, walk your hands back underneath your face. Bring your torso center. Inhale, flat back, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, walk your hands over toward the right foot in the direction of the right foot. Bring the forehead in the direction of the right knee. Keep the knees not locked in the knees, but keep the legs straight here. Feel that opening in the left side body. Once you find your edge, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. On the exhale, walk your hands back to center. Crown foot toward the mat. Inhale, flat back. Now this time, exhale, walk your hands over toward the left knee, but bend the left knee. Drop the left buttock down toward the left heel. Maybe roll to the heel of your right foot, maybe not. Maybe keep that foot flat, but you're bringing your hands over in front of that bent left knee. Skandasana, so you're lowering the hips and stretching through that hamstring. Once you find your posture, feel that length in the the right hamstring, the back of the right leg. Crown is long, probably. Maybe you bring your hands up, maybe not. Maybe just use your hands for support here as you lengthen the crown and straighten the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, begin to straighten the left knee and leg. Bring the right foot back to the mat. Walk the hands underneath the body. Release the crown. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale here, long through the crown. Flat back. Exhale, walk your hands over toward your right knee as you bend your right knee, bringing yourself, dropping the hips, lengthening the crown, bringing yourself into Skandasana on this side. Long left leg. Might be different on this side. Maybe you're able to bring your torso fully upright. Maybe you're able to lift your hands. Maybe you can take a bind. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, begin to straighten that right leg. Bring your hands back underneath the face. Release the crown toward the mat. Inhale, flat back, long crown. Exhale, turn your fingers toward the wall behind you and walk your hands back through your legs, bringing your crown toward the mat. Full expression of wide-legged forward fold. Find your edge. Maybe you get a little more space in your feet, maybe not. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, walk the hands back underneath. Turn the fingers back long. Let the crown release. Drop your elbows toward the mat. Press back and up through your hips. Feel into this forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, heel toe your feet in underneath your hips again. So now you're in a forward fold with the hands in front of you. Bring the hands to the hips on the inhale, flat back. On the exhale, lift the torso and release the palms. Come back into your mountain posture. Feel that blood flow as you breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, take the arms high. Press the palms, interlace the fingers, steeple the index finger, cross the thumbs over each other, press into the feet and lift the fingers toward the ceiling. Oh, feel that length, full length of your body here. Feel that straight line energy up the outside of the legs. Inhale here, get long. Exhale, let your body lean to the left as you press through the right hip. Keeping the legs straight, keeping both legs straight, keeping both arms long. Feel the length in both sides of the body, but particularly in the right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, bring the hands high again, straighten the torso, get long, press through the feet. Exhale, lean the body to the right. Stay long out of both legs. Press through that left hip and out to the left side body. Keep both arms long, both legs long. Feel the length on the right side body also. Once you find your edge, be there. Be calm, be steady. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Get long, press through the feet, lengthen through the finger. And then as you exhale, let the thumbs move toward the wall behind you. Continue to lift out of the waist, out of the chest, out of the crown. Maybe a little back bend, maybe not. Find your length here as you lengthen. When you get to your edge, be calm, be steady. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center, get long. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, drop the palms forward, the fingers long. Let everything settle here. Take an inhale. Stabilize in your breath, in your body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Cleansing breath here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, gently make your way back to your seated posture. Now, again, I will caution if you join late, we're going to be seated for an extended period. I'll offer you opportunities to make adjustments in order to support yourself, but if you're not used to sitting for 20 to 30 minutes, you may want to gather a chair in order to support yourself in your practice here. Find your supported seat, lengthen through your crown. All right. All right, we're going to do portions of a, actually, I might be able to do that. Well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think we'll do it. All right, we're going to do what's known as a Kriya or a set of movements. Oh, excuse me. No, excuse me. I'm going to do a Kriya, which is a set of actions. It means action. Um, and involves the breath primarily. We're going to focus on the breath as we always do. Remember, we're focused on the breath, moving within our own body. Now, there's going to be an arm movement. So the arms are going to interlace the fingers in front of the chest and then turn the palms outward and then extend the arms. Now, your arms may not go completely straight where your elbows or and arms are completely straight. Maybe you have that little pronation there where you have a slight bend. It's okay. Don't overstress that. Now, your arm's going to be up. And again, if the arms being up becomes an impediment to your breath and you find that your arms are telling you to put your arms down, then, when it's time, put your arms down and then just rejoin. We're going to be here we're going to do 3 separate breaths in this posture. Okay. So first breath will be, we're going to inhale for a fixed period, whatever that is for you. So you're going to inhale in whatever count it takes you to inhale. So I'm going to do a 5 count just to demonstrate. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to hold for that same count, whatever it is for you. In this case, it'd be 5. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to exhale for that same count, whatever it is. In this case, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to continue that. So that'll be the movement, all right? So get your long spine. Find your hand position. And begin your inhale. I'm going to count the first one at the 5 count, but you do your pace. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for that same count. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for that same count. 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Equal breath. Inhale, retain, exhale. Whatever your count is. And if your count becomes changeable, that's okay. You don't have to stick to the count. If you find that you can go a little deeper in your count, go a little deeper. If you find you need to back off a little bit, back off a little bit. The goal is to be calm and steady as we do your practice. And we make those adjustments. That's when we demonstrate to ourselves our ability to make adjustments to maintain our equanimity in the face of whatever's happening in the moment. On your next exhale, complete the exhale, and we're going to move into our next breath. And our next breath is going to be a inhale through the nostrils for whatever count is appropriate for you, and exhale through that mouth again. So sort of a cannon breath blowing out through the mouth on the exhale. Inhaling nose, whatever pace is right for you, exhaling mouth. And you may find that there's not quite that same equanimity here. Maybe your inhale's a little longer, maybe your exhale's a little longer. Don't worry about that. Just be in the process of inhaling nose and exhaling mouth. with a bit of that cannon breath. You're making an emphasis on that exhale, really letting go here. Part of this process is imagining that you're clearing something that's stuck within you on each exhale, something that's been on your, just gonna hang, sometimes you get those little things that just are like what they call a burr under the seat or a pebble in your shoe or hang nail, something that's just bothering you and just won't go away. This is your opportunity. Release it on the exhale. Calm, steady, body very still, even though the arms are up. Focus on the breath and the nostrils are in the mouth. And your awareness is on the breath. The focus is either at the brow point, or if you're uncomfortable, like some of us are with closing our eyes, it messes with our balance, then just narrow your gaze. Just move focus between the end of your nose and the back of your palms. And now on your exhale, let that breath go. And we're going to start our third breath here. So we're going to inhale through the nose and then gently retain the breath and then just pump the diaphragm lightly. Maybe 5 to 8 to 11, whatever is appropriate for you times. And then when you're done with that, you're going to exhale through the nose. Now, if you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, just do long, deep breaths here. Don't pump the navel. And don't pump the diaphragm. Just be in your practice here. So it's an inhale and then a pumping of the diaphragm, whatever is appropriate. Maybe 5, maybe 8, maybe 11. Maybe you can go longer, whatever's right for you. So we can remain calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body and then exhaling through the nose. And just continuing that practice. Knowing this is the last one, maybe your arms are talking to you a little bit. Maybe they're talking to you a lot. Just let them know that you know they're there and that you'll be done here in under a minute. So just hang out. Long, deep inhale. Gentle pumping of the diaphragm. Complete exhale. One more round wherever you are. As you exhale, keep the arms lifted. Take a full inhale through the nostrils. Gently retain this breath while engaging at the root lock. Lift at the base of the spine and at the pelvic bowl. Be very still. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale through the nose. Gently retain while engaging and lifting. As you are ready, release the locks, release the breath. Final one here. Inhale. Gently lift, base of the spine, pelvic bowl, engage that root lock. Arms are up, but the shoulders are relaxed. Chin is slightly tucked. Be very still. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath, release your arms down. Thumb and forefinger lightly touching, hands on the knees, palms up for inspiration, palms down for grounding. Just be still. Let everything settle. Notice the shifts for you. Let everything settle here. Let the breath stabilize. Let the energy come. Let any stiffness or contraction relax and notice your own experience. Mm. Mm. Take a cleansing breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Make any adjustments to your seat that you need to. If you're not, like I said, if you're not used to sitting for long periods, maybe do a change of your crisscross, maybe adjust your seat as you need to. All right. Hands, elbows will come up by the side of the ribs. The finger, the pointer finger or index finger is going to stay pointed. The other four fingers, let's do this again. Pointed fingers pointing. The three other fingers are going to fold to the heel of the palm, and the thumb is going to cross over them and hold them in place. Elbows are near the ribs. The movement is the fingers of the index fingers will circle in and out and up like this. And then you're just going to gently and gradually and completely increase that speed until you're going as fast as you can go. The breath is whatever breath you can be in this that keeps you keeps you in equanimity, keeps you still. So don't worry about the breath. There's no specific sequence here other long, deep breath, however that looks for you, right? And so we'll be here for a moment or two. So find your length in your posture. Settle into your grounded seat. Bring the elbows in toward the ribs. Let the forearms extend out, maybe 30-degree angle. Bring your fingers together so that the three fingers are folded over and the thumb is holding them in place. The pointer finger is pointing. And then lengthen the crown, tuck the chin, turn your attention inward, check in with your gratitude and your intention that you said a little while ago, and then gently begin to circle. So in, out, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up. And then just begin to feel into that rhythm and then just let that happen. Let that take over. Don't worry if you get into it and your body starts moving, that's absolutely okay here. You're just circling your hands here. You're just circling those fingers here. At your rhythm and your pace. And just allowing yourself to let that build in the way that it builds for you. And you're just breathing in whatever way supports your finger movement here. Long, deep breaths. Maybe a little shallow, shorter breath for you. Maybe you want to go, maybe your breath is a little in line with your rhythm. It doesn't matter. Just find this rhythm for yourself. Let your hands go. You're steering it up. Whatever it is that you need to steer up here, you're steering it up. So in the previous exercise, we were clearing something stuck. Here, we're steering something up, right? We're churning up whatever it is that needs to come forward, that needs to get unstuck, that needs to get free. We're bringing ourselves into alignment with the moment and allowing these stuck things to maybe come free so that we can move them through, just feeling into your own rhythm. One more minute here, just like this. If you're like me, when you're doing practices like this, you're thinking, okay, well, I'll have a story to tell later, you know. I'll be talking to someone, what'd you do today? Well, I steered it up a little bit. That's kind of how I manage these things. You know, it's kind of like, okay, I'm moving into the practice and feeling the practice and trying something different and seeing the result, right? 30 more seconds. Maybe you're just in your rhythm now. Maybe I'll just be quiet for the next 25 seconds and let you do your thing. On your next inhale, take a full inhale. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine and the pelvic bowl. Engage your root block. Relax the shoulders, but keep the fingers pointed up, the elbows at the ribs. Tuck the chin slightly. Be very still. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath, release your hands to your knees. Let everything settle. Be very still here. Thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Palms up if you feel like you need a little receiving, little inspiration. Palms down if you feel like you need a little more grounding. Spine is long. Posture is supported and seated. Find, my teacher in this exercise says, find your most regal seat and be in that. Let everything else go. Let everything settle here. Body very still. Awareness on the breath in the nostril. Just notice the breath coming and going without any shaping. No need to do anything with it. Just notice the inhale and know that you're inhaling. Notice the exhale. Know that you're exhaling. Focus at the brow point, the third eye. If your eyes are closed, your eyes are narrowed, just focusing just beyond the tip of the nose. Allowing stillness for a moment. You have an option here. You can remain seated, or if you prefer, you can bring yourself gently and softly down onto your back on your mat. This is your guided rest posture. Whether you're staying seated or moving to lying on your back, take a moment to avail yourself of any additional supports that you may want in this posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that'll provide you just 1% more support. Take a moment to avail yourself of that. And whether you're seated or on your back, as you bring your supports to bear, settle in. Settle into rest. Let go. Be done. Allow yourself to be done. Release any shaping of the breath, of the body, of the mind. Release any analysis of the practice or your reaction to it. Release any need to plan for what's next. Allow yourself this moment of rest. And if you find that you have, as many of us do, a really busy mind, perhaps just suggest to your mind that it take a task. And the task is to scan the body systemically with a gentle curiosity. So maybe starting at the crown of the head and moving down the body, maybe just noticing any areas of tension or tightness or constriction or contraction with a gentle curiosity. No need to do anything. No need to take any action or reaction as a result. Just scanning, just noticing. Oh, there's something interesting. And then move on. Moving down through the body. Just noticing your own experience. Noticing what and where there might be sensation in your body. Just allowing that sensation, allowing that noticing, and moving on. Being aware of ourselves, being aware. Feeling into the gift of rest. This moment of freedom from the demands of your life, the demands of your schedule, the demands of your being. This moment to just be with yourself, as yourself, in yourself. Giving a gift of rest to yourself. And if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing. And then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to just gently begin to reconnect with your body. Maybe lightly wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe gently rolling your ankles and your wrists. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your knees toward the ceiling and your heels toward your hips, and to extend your right arm alongside your head so that the bicep frames the ear. Taking a moment here to prepare yourself to roll to your right side, and then when you are ready, and only when you are ready to, gently roll yourself to your right side so that that right arm will cradle your head and neck as a pillow. Take a moment here on your right side with the heart above the ribs. Allow yourself to settle in and prepare to be upright again. And then in preparation for being upright, I invite you to bring your left arm in front of your torso. And utilizing your left arm for leverage and support, I invite you to gently press yourself back up to a seated position when you are ready, and only when you are ready to. And as you find your way back into your seat, I invite you to settle into that supported seat and once again feel into the rooting of the sits bones, the lengthening of the spine, the alignment of the chin, the support of the feet or the legs being held in contact with something, and reestablish your seated posture. Returning your awareness to the breath. And on your next inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful here this afternoon. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I will take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice with me. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you can, for as long as you like. And when you do finally rise, please take the gratitude that you have risen and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.